Greetings, everyone. This is Rock and Roll Spot Convention with the Weekly Comic Room. We have a fairly small DC batch this week, so let's get started. Kicking things off, we've got Batman: The Long Halloween, The Last Halloween, number 2. Where we left off on Halloween, the young son of Police Commissioner James Gordon Jr. was seemingly kidnapped, and it looked like they were beginning. It looked like perhaps Holiday was making a return. So the issue opens early in November. Um, couple of Sal Maroni's men are dumping Solomon Grundy in Gotham Bay, in Gotham Harbor, with multiple cinder blocks chained to him. At Arkham Asylum, Batman takes is there with Robin. Um, it's in fact Robin's first time at Arkham Asylum. Calendar Man attempts to make make Robin uncertain, and though Batman's there to interrogate the Mad Hatter, largely as Mad Hatter had previously kidnapped Barbara Gordon and made her masquerade as Alice from Alice in Wonderland. Um, and so Batman figures that perhaps Counterman has something to do with the kidnapping of James Gordon Jr. Though Counterman says that he is fond of children, except boys. Also at Arkham, though, Catwoman is getting a gunshot wound she received last issue, patched up. Um, and wanting and tries to get evidence from uh, from the shooting concerning the shooting with basically Catwoman's tights. But Catwoman makes a point. She was shot on Halloween night. Thanksgiving is coming up soon. She was shot with a 22 caliber bullet. Even Robin knows what that means. Holiday. But Gordon is trying to figure out who's got his son and where. But a message is delivered, however. The jacket of Solomon Grundy, with 2 fishes inside it. Batman points out that Grundy would never take his coat off willingly. Well, it's a Sicilian message. Batman thinks that it might have something to do with Two-Face, since Grundy has been Two-Face's friend or bodyguard. But Batman gets turned on by FBI agents Edwards and Sullivan. They're also investigating the kidnapping of James Gordon Jr. And apparently, they found a child's umbrella. Apparently the one that James Gordon was carrying the night he was taken. But Batman points out after the FBI agents leave that someone took the time to put a false plastic handle over the real handle. Some knowledge of umbrellas and their construction. The real handle is a penguin. Is a penguin. But that the day before Thanksgiving at Gotham Fish Market, Batman attempts to get information from Penguin. However, before Batman can ask any questions, some Scarecrow goons shoot Penguin. And beat on him, but Batman arrives and discovers a .22 caliber pistol. Just as the police arrive. And Batman drops a smoke grenade to effect his disappearing act. And that is where the issue ends. Interesting. At some point, I do need to get my hands on copies of Long Halloween and Dark Victory. And probably also Catwoman When in Rome. But it'll be interesting to see how this last Halloween pans out. Moving on, though, to our last book for the moment, we've got Poison Ivy, Swamp Thing, Feral Trees. This is a one-shot, focusing on two of DC's most well-known plant-based heroes, or characters, I should say. Ivy's kind of in that gray area between anti-hero and villain anymore, so yeah. Anyways, the issue opens northwest of Gotham in January. Man's walking his dog through the woods. Dog manages to basically cause its owner to lose their grip on the dog's leash. And a bloody collar is soon found by the dog's owner, shortly before he's impaled by a tree. In Harley and Ivy's place, Ivy's sleeping restlessly, but she's hearing what seems like the trees crying. And the Martian that does have Gotham, Swamp Thing hears the same. And so, the two decide to do something about it. Ivy feels that she's been called to the trees, as does Swamp Thing. Um, they both heard the sobbing of the trees. Ivy's first thought is that the disappearances of people are basically planets getting revenge on humanity, but she does admit that that's probably not the case. Over the course of Ivy and Swamp Thing's journey, they find another member of the Parliament of Trees, as well as the bodies of all those who disappeared. A tree branch, a root attempts to attack Swamp Thing. As Ivy pulls it out, she gets a vision of a young girl. And Ivy and the two members of the Parliament of Trees continue on to try to figure out what's going on with the forest in Gotham. Apparently being trapped consistently. They're separated, however. Ivy manages to learn about the girl she saw. A young girl named Paula, who seemed to be able to make things grow. But apparently her father was not exactly fond of the fact that she could just, cause plants to grow just on a whim. I ended up learning the whole story. Paula, after having her back teeth knocked out by her father, decided to strike out on her own. Turns out she was going on an adventure. And like so many kids with dreams, she felt the lure of the city, Gotham, where anything was possible. Or, well, that's what she thought. She found work where she could, but it was still hard to pay rent. She turned to drugs, presumably heroin, and was eventually kicked out by her roommates as having fallen too far behind on rent. The first day she spent outside, she thought, "This is temporary." It was nice to be in the sun again, with the trees and the grass. But autumn turned to winter. It was cold, and she was robbed twice. No beds for addicts in the shelters nearby. The forest began to call her. Thought she'd be safe there. Made her way to the woods, to the trees, the growing things that always protect her. And they protect her even now. Ivy and Swamp Thing managed to find Paula. Paula's still alive. Barely. And Ivy tries to save her, but it's too late for her. And sadly, Paula will die. No one will know why or how she had powers similar to Ivy's. But the remains of Pollard are given to the trees. By Swamp Thing, and as he walks, he points out that death was never the end. And that is where the issue ends. Good issue. I wasn't sure whether this was supposed to be a miniseries or one shot, but good issue. I liked it. It's nice seeing Swamp Thing in general. So you know. Also, this being written by G. Willow Wilson is also I appreciate the fact that it's written by G. Willow Wilson because she writes Ivy, and so the characterizations are the same. The characterization is a consistent characterization of Ivy. So, but anyways, that's gonna do it for now. As always, feel free to like, share, and subscribe. Links to my Facebook, Twitter, Blue Sky, Instagram, Mastodon, Patreon, PayPal can be found in the description box down below. Big shout out to Patreon, Patron, Red Banners, and Peanuts. Thank you so much for your support. It is greatly appreciated. This is Rock and Roll Spock signing off saying, live long and rock hard.